Awete everyone, this is Regulus Pastor. Welcome back to Higurashi no Naku Koro. This is Tatarigoroshi-hen, the third arc in the main 8 arcs. So, we done killed Satoko's uncle, Teppei. And we did so to protect Satoko. We also did so to reclaim back the good times we all had as friends in the club. So, let's see if everything really returned back to the old normal as we thought it would. Oh, and Takano-san stopped along the road and gave us a ride, which we were unwilling to get. But obviously she was up to something and she could see right through our, pretense. And she pretty much forced us to agree that they never met last night. So, let's read the tips from last time and continue. Fire from hell. Let me just... Okay, my mic is on. Hello. Do you need the hospital or the fire department?
消防です。
I need a phone simulator. This should work. 1 second. The fire department.
火事ですか？事故ですか？落ち着いて話してください。
Is there a fire or some other accident? Please speak slowly and calmly.
多分火事だと思います。こちらは中部高速の下級地サービスエリアなんですけどね。裏の山からなんだかすっごい火と煙が上がってるのが見えるんですよ。
This is a rest area. I think it's a fire. This is the rest area on the highway. I could see a ton of fire and smoke coming up from the mountains behind us.
あんなところ誰も立ち入らないからなんで火がついてるのかよくわかんないですけど、とにかく連絡した方がいいと思って。
Nobody goes back there, so I don't know why anything got lit on fire. Anyway, I figured I should let you know.
山火事にならないとも限らないし。
It could turn into a forest fire.
わかりました。すぐに現場を確認しますので、そちら様のお名前とすぐに連絡のつく電話番号、それから火災現場の詳細な場所をお願いします。
I understand. I need to know exactly where you are, so please tell me your name, a phone number we can use to get in touch with you, and the exact location of the fire.
消防司令部より通達。G ブロック西側山斜面にて不審火の通報あり。
Notice from the fire department headquarters. We have a report of a suspicious fire on the western slopes of the mountain.
街道から離れていることからカップルの焚き火か不法投棄のゴミに放火したかの可能性があります。
Given its distance from the road, it could be a couple's bonfire or someone unlawfully burning trash.
現場は深い森林地帯。周辺に民家はないが延焼の可能性あり。
The location is deep in the woods. No homes in the area, but the fire could spread.
直ちに現場を確認されたし。
Immediately go to the site to verify.
消防署ですか。こちらは G ブロック第3消防分隊です。
Is this the fire station? This is the district fire department branch.
通報の現場にさっき到着。
We arrived moments ago at the reported area.
ドラム缶が一つ山中に放棄され炎上しているのを確認しました。
Fire confirmed to be a burning oil drum left in the mountains.
火は鎮火しつつあり、延焼の可能性はなし。
The fire is calming and there is no chance it will spread.
で、ドラム缶の中に多分人じゃないかと思うんです。人らしきものが灯油か何かで焼かれたという感じで。
And, well, in the oil drum, I think it might be a person. Like a person burned with kerosene or something.
その警察の人にも連絡した方がいいんじゃないかと思いまして。
Well, I think maybe we should get the police over here.
間違いねえよ。
There's no mistaking it.
これ人だよ。
This is a person. What a way to start off a night of ripping my throat up. Victim of the 5th year.
今年のたたりってことっすかね。
This year's curse, then.
そういうことになるんですかね。毎年いろんな殺し方を見せてくれますが、今年は特に際立っていますね。
That's what it looks like. He kills them differently every year, but this is particularly conspicuous, isn't it?
自分で自分の喉をかき破るなんて普通じゃないっす。
Well, in this franchise, it kinda is. Clawing your own throat up, or clawing out your own throat. That isn't normal.
あとは鑑識のじいさまに任せましょう。きっと何かの怪しげな薬物を検出してくれるに違いありません。
That's what you always say.
Let's leave the rest of the old man in forensics. I'm sure he'll find some suspicious drugs.
お疲れ様です。お疲れ様です。
Thank you. Thank you for your hard work.
ああ、おいさん、小宮山さんたちが到着しました。
Oh, I forget what voice I used for Komiyama-san. Oh! Oi-san! Komiyama-san and the others have arrived.
大石さん、お疲れ様です。今年は一等来てるのが出たらしいじゃないですか。
Oi-san! Much appreciated. Well, it would seem we have a pretty crazy one this year.
裏を書かれました。
Yes, we've been outsmarted.
私はてっきり今夜死ぬのは北条哲平だとばかり思ってたんですがね。
I was absolutely under the impression that Hojo Teppei will get killed tonight.
仏は何者です？
Who is the deceased?
富武二郎。年に何回かひなみ沢に来てる趣味の写真家さんです。
Tomitake Jiro, a photographer with a hobby for coming to Hinamizawa a few times a year.
ノーマークだったな。
We didn't even have him marked.
どうなんでしょうね。
Uh-oh.
北条宅にずっと張り付いてたのがバレて、ターゲットを変更したとか。
They're gonna find 2 bodies. They haven't found Teppei's yet. And they haven't realized he's gone. And they've found what was legitimately supposed to be the death of the curse this year. I wonder what happened. Did they realize we were watching the Hojo residence the whole time and decide to switch their target?
かなあ。恨めったな。
Maybe. We sure flawed this one.
で、北条哲平の方は何も問題なし。
And there are no problems with Hojo Teppei?
ねえ、夕方頃に娘が祭りに出かけて、その少し後にバイクで出かけまして。
Correct. His daughter left for the festival in the evening, and a little while later he left on his motorbike.
Now, I just want to clarify. When they say his daughter, they're referring to the fact that he's her legal guardian, but he's still her uncle by marriage. And a step-uncle. Well, he's a step-uncle. Uncle by marriage makes it sound like she was blood related to the aunt.
先に娘が帰ってきて、あれ？
His daughter came back first. Wait,
まだ帰ってないかな？
has he not come back yet?
どっかで飲んだくれてるのかな？
Is he still out drinking somewhere?
大石さんいらっしゃいますか？高杉課長からです。
Oi-san, are you there? Call from Chief Takasugi.
1号車の無線にお願いします。
He's on the line in car 1. Well, they done found out now. Okay. first, I thought it was a dream. I was staring at this strange sheet, not really understanding what it was. That was all. I didn't go after it, nor did I ridicule it. The fact was that the boring view was the ceiling of my own room, but I didn't realize that for a fairly long time. Yes, I thought I had been dreaming, but I had actually been staring at the ceiling the whole time. Lethargy induced by the voices of the cicadas. Even after I realized I was awake, I couldn't draw forth the energy to sit up. I need to check what word they're using in Japanese for cicadas, because they're using cicadas to refer to one species, and they're using Higurashi to refer specifically to the Higurashi cicada, which cries in the evening. So, anyway, I'll wait for Windows Explorer to load. Even after I realized I was awake, I couldn't draw forth the energy to sit up. Everything I could see, everything I could hear, everything was like a television broadcast that had already ended. No, wouldn't be in recent places. 1 second. Steam apps. Common. Streaming assets. Tiled scripts. Cicadas. Let's pick one with cicadas and Higurashi in them. But anyway. It was hot. I'm feeling kind of hot too. So hot I could choke on the heat. Okay, it's not humid here. I guess I've just been moving around recently. Hey, Suko. What's up? Have you been able to recover from the PS4 DVD rage? My back was moist with night sweats, and it felt gross. You have a Hatsune Miku emote. Whose is that? I had a close friend in college, in the beginning of my college anyway, who was really into Vocaloid. But Miku wasn't his waifu, it was Ryuka who was. My back was moist with night sweats, and it felt gross. I read that line. Oh well. Unable to endure it any longer, I tossed in my futon, and finally blood started coursing through my brain. 1 second. I'm still trying to do the search in the background. Sorry. I lazily recalled the long day I had yesterday. The reality, as I lay here listening to the voices of the cicadas, and yesterday, so different from it. In order to kill Satoko's uncle, I had rehearsed, formulated a plan, and dug a hole. It was very hot, and I was tired, wasn't I? And so when evening came, I went to school and called him out on the phone. I panicked for a moment when he asked where the police station was, but it worked out. And then I awaited him, and swooped down. I couldn't remember anymore what sort of emotions I'd let control my body. In any case, it didn't go smoothly, but I did it. It was very hard to dig the hole for the body. That feel of the rain pelting down on me, I don't think I'll ever forget it. 1 second. Oh. Great, it just uses the generic term for cicadas. I thought it was going to point to a species or something, but oh well. The rain, the mud, and the sprays of blood. Alright. The sensation of floundering in a swamp. When I met Takano-san on the way home, that wasn't good, no matter how I interpreted it. It was the most misfortunate and uncalculated thing that had happened that night. Everything would have been perfect, if only I hadn't encountered her. I was just riding my bike, with my shovel in one hand, through the downpour, utterly soaked. I'm biting back a yawn. There's no way someone could surmise I was a murderer burying a body just from that information. Not, I was thinking calmly, napping under the morning sun. That's what I thought. Still, the more I think about Takano-san's eyes, it seemed like she understood. Takano-san, she knew. That I killed someone, buried them, and that I'd been on my way home, exhausted. I was just checking to see these letters, whether they were monospace or they were just, they just had extra spaces added in between. I think it's the latter. Takano-san wouldn't gain anything from selling me out to the police. But that didn't mean I could feel at ease.
殺しとくんだった。
I should have killed her. I had crossed such a bridge to get my tranquil life back, and I'd finally achieved it as a result. But now... the yawns have officially commenced at 10:52 p.m. But now, for the rest of my life, for all the tranquil days starting today, I'd have to live in fear of when they could suddenly end. Here, take a drink of water. No, I did not give you permission to unscrew completely off of the bottle. Thank you. Okay. I may have twisted my ankle, dulled from total exhaustion. The fact that I couldn't make the snap judgment I needed to, I regretted it more and more as time went on. You didn't have a choice, Maebara Keiichi. You didn't have any choice at the time. You were tired. You were a mess. Even if you had made the decision, you might not have even been able to kill her. She might have just beaten you instead. In that sense, parting ways uneventfully could have been a safer option. No matter how sharp Takano-san's intuition was, she had no proof. Her suspecting me didn't amount to evidence by itself.
理屈じゃ分かってるさ。
Logically, I know that.
でも、だからって何の心配もないってわけじゃないだろう。
But that doesn't mean I have nothing to worry about, does it? Just worry about it when the time comes. Now isn't the time to be worrying. It's the time to be smiling, right? You accomplished so much just to get a new life starting today, didn't you? Then you should be happy at this new morning. If remembering the past is too hard for you, then just consider everything up to yesterday as having never happened. You said so yourself. You'd bury it all like it never happened. Well, your wish came true. Everything before yesterday never happened. So be happy, Maebara Keiichi.
わーい。
Yay! I stuck up my hands lazily. That felt so forced and cliche. Like I was suddenly in an early RE game or something. It felt a little silly for me to be the one doing it. I heaved a sigh from deep in my belly. That sigh got my lungs moving. It's making me want to yawn again, darn it! It felt like I hadn't been breathing until just now. It wasn't enough to admonish myself over. All the dice that could be thrown already had been. Could you register thank you? And the numbers that turned up weren't bad at all. If I lost with those numbers, then I'd just have to give up, I guess. I grabbed the chest of my pajamas and flapped it back and forth. Cool air flowed over my sweating body. Okay. Nothing before yesterday happened. Nothing. Nothing at all. I'd forget it all. Yesterday was all a dream. Just making sure I didn't miss any words. What time was it? About midday? Getting myself up and going to school this late seemed kind of absurd. But I needed to go. I felt like going to school would be the first step into my peaceful new life. I didn't care how late it was. I would go. I'd go to school right now and get back to the life I'd retaken as soon as I could. My lazy body immediately became lighter at the thought. I rolled up out of the futon, bounced onto my knees, then leaped upright.
10.0
Nice! Stuck the landing! I stuck out my chest with pride at my gymnast-like pose, then took a deep breath of fresh air. The brisk morning air had been gone for a while, replaced by the crisp air of summer. Downstairs, I got a stern talking to by my mother.
Where were you last night? When did you get back? You need to tell me when you won't be home for dinner.
Things like that. But considering the importance of what I accomplished yesterday, a little scolding was no problem. In fact, it even felt like the sort of thing that would happen in such a peaceful life. I listened with an irresponsible smile and stepped out into the sun high overhead. It was around the time lunch break would be ending. Everyone would probably be worrying about me. Darn, you skipped supper, breakfast, and lunch. I didn't go to the festival, and now I wasn't at school. Well, maybe they weren't too worried about it. Since they would have gotten a small piece of news, but a happy one, from Satoko today. Yes, the small piece of news that our uncle hadn't come home last night. Satoko would probably live her days in nervous tension for a while, thinking he might still come home. But eventually, those days would end. And finally, Satoko too would realize her uncle was never coming back. And then, Rika-chan would quietly invite her. She would say,
You can live with me again.
and everything would be back to normal. Our lives would go back to how they were before that man appeared. Satoko would start wearing that extraordinary smile, complete with those protruding canines. Lowly. I'd fool everyone with those traps she was so proud of. It's too early in the morning to be speaking about lollies and traps, Cage. I'd probably be a first target out of everyone, but I wouldn't be mad. In fact, I might actually shed tears of joy at the return of something so normal. Satoko. She'd gradually grow back into that meddlesome personality of hers. I mean, my lack of useful life skills was already completely exposed. I wondered if I'd ever be a match for Satoko. But that would be such a pleasant thing to see, too. And with such warm, fuzzy predictions, I didn't feel bad for going to school so late. In fact, I wanted to run there now to get there as soon as I could. Instead, I decided to savor the peacefulness of just going to school like normal, without running. The reward I'd obtained for myself. That gave me joy just by walking like this. Yes. The world beginning on this very day was something I had won. Without that monumental feat yesterday, I would have never been able to come to school so cheerfully today. I'm switching around words in my head. The school gate came into sight. Just then, I heard the principal ringing the bell to mark the end of lunch break. It was a clear, refreshing sound. I stopped despite myself, and let myself take it in. What kind of tap is that supposed to be? I'd like that, tell me beforehand. I had stopped suddenly. So, there was an extra footstep. restlessness I was feeling throughout my whole body. Withdrew into any pore I could find. And as if to replace it, I felt like hundreds of hairy caterpillars were climbing at my feet. I turned back, but of course, nobody was there. A single footstep could have easily been my imagination. But the footstep, felt so ominous. That extra footstep I had heard after seeing Takano-san off last night. With everything that happened on that insane night, I didn't mind something like that happening once. It had been a heck of a night after all. In fact, having just one hallucination was pretty fortunate. But those footsteps should have ended with yesterday. So, if I heard them again today, there was really only one thing it could have meant. Last night still wasn't over. It was still going. Still. That insane night. Forever. The step I heard, just that one extra footstep, was quietly ridiculing the nonsensical notion that the world starting today was completely different from the one that ended yesterday. My classmates playing in the schoolyard all vanished inside like the tide going out. When I approached the school, it felt like that warm, fuzzy scene had ended, and it didn't feel good. At the entrance, I took a quick look at everyone's shoeboxes. Hojo Satoko, she was here. Mio was here too. And Lena, of course. Even Rika-chan was here. Tomitake and Okamura-kun were here. In fact, I didn't see any missing classmates. If there were shoes missing, they would have to be my own. I took my shoes off and stuck them in, then took out some slippers. There wasn't a single pair left in the shoeboxes anymore. With that, they returned to their rightful state. But as I stepped up onto the wooden floor, I noticed there was just one pair of slippers left. Whose?
Hojo Satoshi.
Hojo Satoshi. Satoshi, who had never been to school since, disappearing last year. Maybe he thinks the footstep is Satoshi. Until now, we had committed the exact same act of violence. But I guess in the very end, it went differently. You couldn't make it to school, but here I am. I didn't repeat the same mistake you made. Hold on, I gotta clear my nose. I wasn't about to let myself feel superior about that. In fact, I felt an odd sense of familiarity with him. A misfortunate bond with someone I'd never met due to following the same fate. I headed down the hallway towards the usual classroom. I felt like it had been a whole year since coming here. Hey, did you forget Maebara Keiichi? Hojo Satoshi didn't really disappear on the night of Watanagashi, did he? Hojo Satoshi disappeared a few days later. It was Satoko's birthday, if I was right. I didn't know what day it was, but I couldn't say for sure I'd avoided Satoshi's failure, unless I remained here past that day. I was still living in that night of insanity. The teacher still hadn't come to the classroom. The other door clattered open, the one the teacher wouldn't use, so everyone turned at once to see who had arrived. Everyone looked pretty vacant. I suppose I'll greet them.
Ohayo, Shokun.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
出迎えご苦労であるぞよ。
I do thank you for coming all the way out here today. Silence. But I started to think I'd fallen flat. Someone finally started laughing for me.
おはよう、ケイちゃん。
Good morning, Keita.
今朝も飛ばしてるね。
You're pretty energetic today.
飛ばしてるね。
Yeah, energetic.
ケイチくん、まだお祭り気分が抜けてないのかもしれない。は
Maybe you haven't gotten out of the festive mood yet. Hoo!
Hearing Neil and Lena's cheerful voices made me realize how dumb those dark feelings I'd been having at the entrance really were.
おいおい、お祭り気分ってそもそも俺
Hey now, festive mood? I was at the festival and all, remember? Before I could say that, Rika-chan smiled at me.
ケイチはちゃんと僕の演舞見ててくれましたですか？
Keiichi, did you make sure to watch my dance? Yup!
ちゃんと見てたよ。
He saw it just fine.
あんなにいっぱい拍手してくれてたのに、リカちゃん気づかなかったのかな？
Didn't you see how big an applause he gave you?
ケイちゃんにシオンのやつがちょっかい出してきたのを無視してね。
And he ignored it when that blockhead Shion came up and made it pass him.
シオン、ざまあなかった。
Take that, Shion.
ああ、いい気分。
Wow, that felt good.
What, jealous much? Mion starts laughing at the memory as she slaps me a few times on the back.
それで、あの射的屋の対決って結局どうなったんですか？
So, how did that target practice contest turn out in the end?
Kamita-kun was facing me and talking. There was nobody behind me. It meant he was talking to me?
あれは結局、富田家がビリだったのですよ。
Oh, so I guess the police didn't withhold that information this year. Excuse me. Man, that bad phlegm.
Tomitaki turned up dead last.
The pun. The wordplay detector is was malfunctioning. Maybe it was just slow.
Tomitaki turned up dead last.
みんなで楽しく罰ゲームをしましたです。
Everyone had a good time with its punishment game.
リカちゃんも実質ビリみたいなもんだったじゃない。
Weren't you supposed to be the one in last, Rika-chan?
あそこで起死回生の大技でガムをゲットとは、さすがは我が部の部員。
It was such a turnaround when you pulled off getting that chewing gum. I should have expected that from a member of my club.
見事だったよ。
It was fantastic! Oh, crying at a time like that is a feat only Furade would be allowed to do.
Said Okamura-kun. Yes, I picked the right one. Breathing heavily from his nose. In my direction. Everyone laughed. If anyone but Rika-chan had done it, it would have been against the rules. Rika-chan gave one of her
Nippa!
smiles as she listened to it. What would have been against the rules? I forget. Okay. I guess crying to win people's sympathy. Let's second. I'm just getting some obstacles out of the cavern. It's gonna irritate me. And then Atu turned towards me. And then, with a somewhat embarrassed smile, she whispered to me so only I could hear.
でも本当にありがとね。
But really, thanks.
ケイチくん。
ケイチ
何がだよ。
For what?
あのでっかいぬいぐるみ
That giant stuffed animal.
すっごく嬉しかった。
I was really happy.
大事に枕元に置いてるんだよ。
It's nice and safe right at my bedside.
ちゃんと寝る前にお休みのキスしちゃった。
I made sure to give it a good night kiss before bed too.
The class laughed at that, cheering and jeering. Hold on, I'm getting a tissue. Oh, and I wanted to turn up the brightness of my screen. This whole time, the conversation had been a little bit off. I wasn't quite getting it.
ぬいぐるみがどうしたって？
What's this about a stuffed animal?
どうしたってほら
What's this?
昨日のお祭りでみんなで頑張って落としたよ。
Come on. We all worked really hard at the festival yesterday to get it down, remember?
でっかいぬいぐるみ
The gigantic stuffed animal.
でっかいぬいぐるみ
A gigantic stuffed animal.
Elena seemed taken aback, but when she answered, she did it with a smile.
なかなか倒せないから額を狙ったり素早く何発も撃ったりしていろいろと試したんだよね。
We were having a hard time knocking it over, so we tried aiming at the forehead and rapid fire shooting and stuff.
So all the stuff they did in the first arc, I guess.
それでケイチくん鉄砲を何丁もあらかじめ用意して素早く撃ってみせてくれたんだよね。
The way they're all talking about it to Cage seems like they maybe concocted a group alibi and are trying to give him the hint as to what to say if anyone should ask him where he was that night and what he did. That's what I'm guessing. And I'm guessing that there's some minor remembrance of what happened in the first arc, just enough to influence their alibi.
かっこよかったは
It was so cool.
Wait, who was this?
あの後の飲み会でさ町内会の会長連中にもケイちゃんの評判すごく良かったんだよ。
All the people in the neighborhood association, including the chairman, were praising you so much at the party afterwards.
ケイちゃんの売り工場に惚れたって騒いでたのは子供会の君吉徳蔵会長だったかな。
One of them said he'd fallen in love with your way with words. Kimiyoshi Tokuzawa, the chairman of the children's committee. The chairman of the children's committee, I think.
I'm tripping over
次
my
の
words.
祭りではぜひケイちゃんに何店舗か任せたいって言ってた。
He said he wanted to entrust you with a few of the stalls at the next festival.
徳蔵はお祭りの実行委員会の模擬店部長さんなのです。
They're totally nudging him into accepting this alibi that they made for him.
Tokuzawa is the chair of the refreshment booths. He's on the festival executive committee. Maibara-san is great at making things sound good, isn't he? Yup, whenever he talks about something, it seems a lot better than it actually is. You can't say that.
ケイチ君って売り子さんの才能があるんだね。
ケイチ君 you'd be a great salesman.
きっとバナナの叩き売りとかやったら上手だと思うよ。
If you could bargain selling bananas or something, I bet it would go great.
さっきから何の話だよ。
What have you been talking about?
だいたい俺
I mean, I didn't go to the festival in the first place. I swallowed those words. Excuse me. You know, pearls are mainly hawkers that oysters have. That's legitimately what pearls are. It's basically mucus they secrete to harden over irritants like a grain of sand or something that gets stuck in it. So, sometimes when I have really thick hawkers, I think they're pearls. I didn't know exactly why. But Hinamizawa, this is what had happened. Yesterday, during the Watanagashi festival, Maebara Keiichi had appeared, and he had romped about with all the usual members of his club. He made a big scene at the few of the stalls, snatched a few sticks of takoyaki and okonomiyaki in his glee, rating each of them as delicious or terrible to get everyone excited. And they'd seen a gigantic stuffed animal at the target practice game, and everyone went after it. And then I got a whole bunch of the court guns, firing them in rapid succession, throwing each one away after using it. And admirably, I shot down the biggest stuffed animal there. And then I gave the stuffed animal the proof of my victory to Rena as a gift. Then our fun came to a close as we had to go see Rika-chan's offer toward dance. There was a ton of people squeezed in there, and we got all separated, but we each managed to get into good positions to cheer Rika-chan on from. Then, in the middle, when Shion came up and asked me to go hang out with her instead of watching the dedication dance, as happened in the second arc, I refused, and stayed put, watching the dance until the very end. Ow. Adjust my sing position. After my surgery, there have been some weird, nerve pain, triggered, I guess, by, maybe the tubing in there. Anyway. But who? Who was that? Or who was that? Well, everyone's been saying it, haven't they? Maebara Keiichi. I had an urge to yell and anger at my classmates for having so much fun talking about the festival yesterday with Maebara Keiichi. What the heck are you guys even talking about? Far stronger than that feeling, though, was the sheer uncanny nature of this reality I couldn't understand. Maebara Keiichi, who wasn't me, was in Hinamizawa yesterday. As I threw away my humanity, turned into a demon, and was busy beating Satoko's uncle to death. I was having a great time at the festival last night. But the heck? I had to suffer through so much. Desperately holding back tears. Getting so worn out in that downpour. Digging holes, chasing, beating, killing, dragging, and burying. Who is this Maebara Keiichi who ignored me so and spent such a fun, carefree time at the festival, darn it? Who the heck stood in for me as I put my life on the line working so hard to achieve this treasure-like everyday life? And there's another Maebara Keiichi besides me. And what was I?
on the night of Watanagashi, where one died and one disappeared. In accordance with Oyashiro-sama's curse, there was only a demon who had killed someone. Oh, sorry about that. Dumbfounded, as I succumbed to a horrifying possibility, I looked around at my classmates. To make sure there was nobody extra I didn't recognize among them. To make sure I wasn't among them. It was a horrifying thought that the real Maibara Keiichi hadn't overslept and had come to school on time. That I was no longer Maibara Keiichi. It just waltzed in here. But no matter how much I checked, the only people here were ones I knew. The man I met every time I looked in the bathroom mirror. He was not here. Okay, everyone.
午後の授業を始めますよ。
Time to start afternoon classes.
皆さん、席に戻ってください。
Please take your seats.
委員長、号令。
President, please lead the class.
The teacher entered and everyone hurried back to their seats. Upon finding me, who was so stupidly late, she gave me a stern talking to, but I wasn't listening to it. You know, her notebook in her hand kind of reminds me of a death note. Wasn't our old life supposed to start today? And just piece that together. Something wasn't right. It was just strange. I was supposed to go back to my old fun life after yesterday. I had set foot in an incomparably mysterious world. It was completely different from both my old life and my recent one. Yeah. This was, without a doubt, a different world than the one I'd been living in until now. There's no way such an absurd thing could be possible. But unless it was true, I couldn't explain anything that just happened. In this classroom, I was surrounded by so many faces I knew, and yet I felt isolated. The skaters sounded no different than they had before now, but they seemed somehow false. I just have to reach for my lip balm. Kinda hurts something, bending myself that far down. But just like I don't know, crunch my muscle or something like that. The air was parched and dry too, making me think, was the air in Hinamizawa always this uncomfortable? Anytime now.
おい、レナ。
Of course you do it when I'm talking. Gigantic, pathetic jerk. Hey, Rena.
何かな？
What is it?
授業中なんだよ。
We're in class.
昨日の祭りだけどさ、
About the festival yesterday.
俺、いつ頃みんなと合流したっけ？
About when would you say I got there? To be honest, I was pretty excited afterwards, and I gobbled down some cans of beer. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, but I don't quite remember some things. Random babbling, it wasn't a bad excuse.
ケイチ君、最初は来れないって言ってたんだよね。
Keiichi-kun, you said you couldn't come at first, didn't you?
みーちゃんの家にそう電話したんでしょ？
You called Mi-chan's house about it, right?
That matched. I called Mule and told her to take Satoko in my place, since I wouldn't be able to meet up with him due to things I had to do.
さとこちゃんを誘ってあげようっていうのは、みんなでお祭りの準備をしてた時に決めたんだよ。
We all decided while we were setting up for the festival that we'd invite Satoko-chan.
少しでもおじさんの姿の見えないところに連れ出してあげようと思って。
We wanted to bring her out someplace where she couldn't see her uncle for a little while.
That was the same too. That was the same too. Mule said that when I called her. That everyone had already decided to invite her.
それでみんなでレナとみーちゃんとリカちゃんでさとこちゃんの家に行ってさとこちゃんを連れ出して
And then we all went, me-chan and Rika-chan, to Satoko-chan's house and brought her out.
さとこちゃんのおじさんすっごく意地悪そうな人だった。
Satoko-chan's uncle seems like a really mean person.
That part didn't matter. What I was trying to ask was,
俺はいつ合流したんだ？
well, when did I meet up with you?
そんなことも忘れちゃってるの？
How could you forget that?
ケイチくん、だから祭りの前の日はよく寝た方がいいよって言ったのに。
Keiichi-kun, I think you shouldn't be drinking until you're an adult.
They didn't have the whole drinking part of the excuse in the anime.
だから
Whatever.
俺はいつ合流したんだよ。
When did I meet up with you?
Well,
At my sudden threatening demand, then I was at a loss for words. Oh, I shouldn't have rushed that. I told her I was sorry.
境内でだよ。
it was at the shrine grounds.
ひょっこりと
It was unexpected.
リカちゃんと話してたじゃない。
You were talking to Rika-chan, weren't you?
うん。
Yep.
巫女さん姿のリカちゃんと楽しそうに話してた。
You were having a fun talk with Rika-chan in her shrine maiden outfit.
それでレナも加わって「はうお持ち帰り」って。
And then Lena came up and said, "How? You much
リカちゃんと話してたのか？
I was talking to Rika-chan.
ケイちゃん、用事か何かがあったんじゃないって私が聞いたらさ。
And I asked, Kei-chan, didn't you have something you do today?
ケイちゃん、胸を叩きながら自分で言ったじゃないのよ。
Then you pounded your chest and said it yourself.
用事なんかより祭りで大暴れする方が大切だぜって。
That letting loose at a festival was more important than some silly errand.
I didn't say that. I never said anything like that. I never even went to the shrine grounds yesterday to begin with. I never had the time to stop by a place like that. I went to dig the hole as soon as I woke up. I had a pretty hard time doing it. After that, I snuck into the school and made a call. I called a mountain lay in wait. And then it started raining really hard. With that kind of downpour, the festival should have come to a halt. In other words, it ended then. From the time the festival started to when it ended, it would have been impossible for me to have swung by the shrine grounds. I was already there when Mule and the others dragged Satoko out and brought her to the shrine, and I was talking to Rika-chan. Where would Rika-chan say we met? The teacher went out to wash her hands, so I ran over to Rika-chan's desk and asked her directly.
ケイチとですか？
With you?
ああ、
Oh, sorry.
With you?
Yeah.
リカちゃんはミオンたちが来る前から俺と話してたんだろ？
We were talking to each other before Mule and the others got there, right?
いつ俺に会ったんだ？
When did we see each other?
いつどこでだよ？
When and where?
ケイチが何を聞きたいのかわからないのです。
I don't know what you're trying to ask.
俺昨日寝不足で半分頭がぼーっとなっててさ。
I drank so much beer I lost some of my memory.
何も覚えてないんだよ。
I don't remember a thing. It looked like Rika-chan bought into my babbling.
ケイチと会ったのは集会所から村長さんたちと出てきた時なのです。
We saw each other when the mayor and the others came out of the assembly hall.
ケイチは西宮殿の扉の前にいましたのですよ。
You were in front of the ritual implement storehouse.
何
What?
最具伝
The ritual implement storehouse? Okay. So there's also some Arc 2 in there too. I've never heard a building called that before. Or maybe I have, but at the very least, I wouldn't know where on the shrine grounds it was.
村長さんがそこは神聖な場所だからみだりに近寄ってはならにゅうと怒りましたですよ。
The mayor got real angry at you since you shouldn't go near holy places without authority, remember?
ケイチ、それも忘れてしまいましたですか？
Okay, did you forget that too?
I was too scared to ask anymore. The more I asked, the more it became clear without any doubt that Maebara Keiichi was president at the Furude Shrine grounds during the Watanagashi festival. The clearer that became, the more doubts, no fears I had. Who on earth was I yesterday? Whoever that was, he had a good time in my place and managed to go the entire day without letting him notice I wasn't there. Oh, right. When did that person leave everyone? This morning, my mother got mad at me for having stayed out so late last night. Which meant, at the very least, that Maebara Keiichi had come home while my mother was still awake. The festival would have been closed because of the downpour. If I recall right, when I went back to the house's storage room to get another shovel, I think the clock said 7. Since it was already raining hard by then, the festival would have had to close down before 7. If I'd returned that early, I would have definitely run into my parents. Or, at the very least, they wouldn't have asked me when I got back last night. So the Maebara Keiichi from yesterday, that meant he never went home. That meant the downpour happened and the festival was broken up. Everyone left. But he didn't go back to the house. That means... When I arrived at the natural conclusion, a wicked chill suddenly froze my spine and climbed up to my brain. That meant Maebara Keiichi was the same as Satoshi. One day, he never went home. On the night of Watanagashi, he never went home. The downpour interrupted the festival, and on the way home, he suddenly disappeared. And I, who was dealing with the corpse, went home without a problem. I was so tired I wasn't even hungry, so I went up to my room without a sound and crawled into my futon. Who was I? That much was obvious. Maebara Keiichi. Maebara Keiichi was me. There may have been another one, but that doesn't negate the fact that I was Maebara Keiichi. That other Maebara Keiichi was... what? The voices of the cicadas, steadily filling the classroom, were beginning to bother me. Suddenly, I laid eyes on Satoko. Satoko's expression was dark as always. She seemed completely exhausted, had a life of agony she couldn't even imagine an ending to. What had last night been like for Satoko? Did she have fun with everyone and feel a little happier, if even for a moment? And when she went home, the end of her dream, she'd probably gone to sleep afraid of when her uncle would return. And then, this morning, her uncle hadn't come home. And then she went to school. Right now, she must have been still trapped by the rotten idea from which she couldn't be saved. That her uncle would need her when she got back. But you can rest easy. Your uncle won't ever be coming back. I couldn't tell her it was because I killed him. When Satoko realized on her own that her uncle would never return, that would truly be the end of a long, insane night. That's right. I didn't do anything wrong. I did the best possible thing I could have as Satoko's Nini. Not an atom in my body regretted it. And look,
down and think my Barakeiichi from a certain point of view. Isn't it convenient there is another my Barakeiichi? I buried the corpse perfectly. A beginning wouldn't happen. But if worst came to worst, and it got out, and the investigation got to me, I now had a strong alibi, able to profess the fact that I had been at the Watanagashi festival, but accepting something so creepy and using it as an alibi. Still, if I proved I hadn't gone to the festival yesterday, it would do no good and a whole lot of harm. That was what really left, that was what left the really actually bad aftertaste. You forget about it, my Barakeiichi. Everything that happened before today. So just forget about the my Barakeiichi who was there yesterday too. Instead, let's watch gently over Satoko for the day her smile returns. And the day that would mark the end of that insane, all too long night. That's all for today, class.
皆さん、寄り道をしないでちゃんとお家へ帰るんですよ。
Please go straight back to your homes, everyone.
委員長、号令。
President, if you would.
起立。気をつけ。
Everyone stand up. At attention.
礼。
Bow. Goodbye.
Actually be,
Shitsureshimasu.
I thought about many things, and so my thoughts dispersed by many other things. I didn't know whether or not that time had been spent worrying or daydreaming, but either way, it came to an end along with the class. Cheerfully, our classmates got their things and ran for the hallway. Mio, Lena, and Rika-chan were packing up as well. What about Satoko? This whole day, she seemed deflated. Well, her uncle may not have returned last night, but she wouldn't have known he'd never return. How much I wanted to express that fact to her. Satoko packed up her pencil box and math work looked messily, and after a dark glance at the clock, heaved a sigh. Then went to leave the classroom. And then, suddenly, somebody placed a hand on her shoulder and stopped her.
何ですの？
What is it?
私、ちゃんと水やり当番もやりましたし、プリントだってちゃんと。
Well, I wanted to glance like I was supposed to and got all the printouts done.
Her words, possessed by a persecution complex, hurt. I spoke loudly so everyone could hear.
なあみんな。
Hey, everyone!
さ、今日は久しぶりにやらないか？
Why don't we have club today?
部活。
It's been a while. Satoko always had to tend to her uncle, so club has been on hiatus. In our minds, our club was proof of a calm, peaceful life. By enjoying being together, I wanted to make Satoko realize her days of darkness were over.
レナは、
I'm okay.
いいよ。
I'll do it.
み、
Me.
そりゃ、まあ。
Well, I mean,
私は構わないけど。
I don't mind.
サトコがいいならね。
If it's okay with Satoko.
Under a condition. That was important. With everything up to her, Satoko gave a worried look.
なあ、サトコ。久々にどうだよ。
Come on, Satoko! It's been a long time!
パーッとさ。
Let's go crazy!
その、お気持ちは嬉しいでございますけど。
Well, I'm happy you feel that way, but...
My uncle might already be home. Thus spoke her darkened eyes, her mouth unmoving.
サトコもさ、連日息が詰まるような生活をずっと続けててさ、もう窒息寸前だろ？
You've been choking on life every day for a while. You must be about to suffocate.
そんなのは心にも体にも悪いだけだぜ。
It's not good for your mind or body.
やっぱりたまにはパーッと弾けなきゃな。
Once in a while, you've got to have some fun.
放っておいてくださいまし。
Please, leave it alone.
私だってそりゃ部活がまたやれたらと思っていますわよ。
It's not like I don't want to do club again.
With one word. But
But
she looked down.
みんなで遊んだ方が楽しいのは佐藤だってよく知ってるだろ。
Satoko, you know as well as anyone that it's more fun being with everyone, right?
俺たちは仲間だぜ。
We're friends.
みんなで一緒に過ごすようにできてるんだよ。
That means we can spend time with each other.
佐藤だって昨日みんなでお祭りで騒いで楽しかったろ。
I mean, you have a great time at the festival yesterday with everyone, didn't you? Or you had, it should say. Rena nearly said something, but she was too late.
ケイチさん、何を言ってますの？
Kate-san, what are you saying?
Alright, sorry.
What are you saying?
I remember I have to be a little more delicate with her voice and make her, sympathetic sounding. And not just an annoying brat. My arm on her shoulder seemed to weigh her down, and she threw it off.
私がお祭りで楽しく、いつ遊んだって言うんですの？
When exactly was I playing and having fun at the festival?
楽しく遊んだのはケイチさんだけじゃありませんの。
The only one having fun was you, Kate-san.
I looked over to Mion for help, but now everyone was looking down. My instincts told me that Satoko hadn't gone to the festival. But Rena said it herself. She went with Mion to Satoko's house to invite her.
さとこちゃん、途中で帰っちゃったの。
Satoko-chan left on the way there.
神社には行かなかった。
She didn't go to the shrine.
どうして？
Why? I realized the absurdity of what I just said with Satoko in front of me.
おじが家で待ってるのに一人だけ遊んでると悪いって言って。
She said her uncle was waiting at home, and she couldn't have fun by herself.
神社の直前で。
When we were in front of the shrine,
私たちも引き止めたんだよ。
we tried to stop her too.
今日はおじさん公認だからちゃんと遊んでも怒られないんだよって。
We told her her uncle said it was okay, and that he wouldn't get mad if she had a good time.
At some point, tears had begun welling up in Satoko's eyes. Satoko was so afraid of her uncle that she couldn't even allow herself time with her friends, and went home. No, she was even afraid of letting herself have a good time with her friends.
ケイチさんはいいですわね。
Keiichi-san, you must have it nice.
みんなで楽しくお祭り一夜を過ごせて。
Having a blast at the festival all night.
聞けば大層盛り上がって大活躍だったそうじゃないですの。
And they told me you went all out, didn't you?
お羨ましいことですわ。
I'm very envious.
Smiling to herself, her tears began to fall.
私には養わなければならない叔父がいますの。
I must provide for my uncle.
ケイチさんみたいにご両親にのんびり養ってもらってる人とはわけが違いますですのよ。
It's completely different from you. With how you let your parents do everything.
I don't think they had the voice actress Kanae Mika actually sound like tears were welling up in Satoko's eyes, because there's a specific sound that you have to take with your voice for that.
佐藤子。
Satoko.
楽しくお祭りが過ごせてよかったですわね。
I'm so glad.
Sorry.
I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself at the festival.
私の分まで楽しく過ごせて本当におよろしかったですこと。
I'm so glad you had enough fun for me too.
私だって 部活がしたいですわ。
I mean, I want to participate in the club too.
みんなで楽しく大騒ぎして、楽しくて楽しくて。
Make such a racket with everyone is so much fun.
でも、今の私、そんなの。そんなの。
Right now, I can't. I can't.
Unable to withstand such violent emotion, a few teardrops slid down her cheek. But even though she was having such a terrible time, not once did she ever say that it was hard for her. It was a sad, obstinate bravery. But the days when Satoko had to feel like that were over. Satoko didn't need to endure it, to bear it anymore. She could forget all about it now, and smile. I was so frustrated at not being able to tell her that directly. Instead, I said something that I'm not sure I should have said before I thought twice about it.
帰ってこないんだろ
He didn't
あいつは
come home, did he? The words were deeply meaningful to me, but I didn't know if Satoko understood them.
帰ってこないって、誰がですの？
Didn't come home. Who?
ゆうべは帰らなかったんだろ
He didn't come home last night, did he?
お前のお家は
Your uncle.
何を言ってますの、ケイイチさんは。
What are you talking about, Kate-san?
Satoko shouted with all her might.
あいつがいついなくなったって言うんですの？
When has he not been there?
いつ？
When?
いつ？
When?
落ち着けよ
Calm down.
だって昨日あいつは帰ってこなかったろ
I mean, he didn't come home yesterday, did he?
ケイイチさんが何を言ってるのか全然わかりませんでしたよ。
I didn't understand. I don't understand. What are you trying to say, Kate-san?
サトコこそ何を言ってんだよ
Satoko, what are you talking about?
だってあの男は
I mean, that man, I killed him. Killed him yesterday. Killed him for sure. And I buried him. Buried him whole. He could never have returned to his house.
昨日だって私にいっぱい意地悪して。
Even yesterday, he was torturing me so much.
とだって
He yelled at me.
わめて
He shouted at me.
当たり散らして
He found fault with everything I did.
作ったご飯を投げられた。
He threw the dinner I made him on the floor.
お味噌汁もひっくり返された。
He dropped his bowl of miso soup on me too.
暑かった。
It was hot.
汚かった。
It was messy.
そしてお掃除も私がした。
And I cleaned all of it up.
私が
I cleaned
私が
all of it.
Why? Our stories weren't matching up.
あいつえいる
ない
今朝だって朝ごはんの時起こせって言われたから起こしたのに怒られた。
And this morning, when he woke me up to make him breakfast, he got so mad at me.
起こさなかったらまた怒るように起こしても怒られた。
He would have gotten mad at me whether I gotten up or not.
サトコ
Satoko! Rika-chan went over to Satoko and said a few words of consolation. Holy crap, I'm sweating and getting chills. But Satoko angrily refused those words and thrust Rika-chan away.
いいに
いいね。
いいに
いいね。
早く帰ってきてよ。
Come back! Come back!
crying, Satoko slowly walked out into the hallway, just making sure I didn't skip anything. After a moment, Rika-chan went after her. I couldn't stop thinking about the words Satoko had spoken while crying. I buried her uncle last night, but she said this morning that wasn't possible. I buried him last night, so she couldn't have seen her uncle this morning. What was Satoko? At that point, I heard Mion's cold voice.
ねえケイちゃん、
Hey, Kei-chan.
サトコのおじさんが帰ってこないって。
What did you
Nani?
mean about Satoko's uncle?
They said too much. I let my emotions get the better of me.
レナも聞いたよ。
And then I heard it too.
さとこちゃんのおじさんが帰ってこないって言った。
He said Satoko-chan's uncle didn't come home.
どうして？
Why?
なんで帰ってこないの？
Why didn't he come home?
おかしいよね。
That's strange.
だって今朝もちゃんとさとこちゃんのおじさんはいるんだよ。
Satoko-chan's uncle was right there this morning, wasn't he?
なのになんで帰ってこないなんて言うのかな。かな。
So why would you say he didn't come back? Come back.
ケイちゃん、言ってることがさっきから変。
Kei-chan, you've been saying weird things for a while.
Suddenly, Mion and Lena started to speak in strange and creepy voices. What were they doing? They're giving you an excuse to tell the cops, you dummy. What were they saying?
ケイちゃんはサトコのおじさんがいると何か都合が悪いことでもあるわけ？
Kei-chan, is it somehow inconvenient for you for Satoko's uncle to be around?
お前らこそ何を言ってるんだ？
You... No, what are you talking about?
サトコのおじなんかいない方がいいに決まってるだろうが。
Of course, it would be better if Satoko's uncle wasn't here.
うん。
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got the eyes. The eyes.
それはもちろんいない方がいいよね。よね。
That's true, of course. If only you weren't here, right? Right?
Something wasn't right. The next thing I knew, Mio and Lena were smiling thinly, and their eyes were dark and muddy, in a way that I'd never seen before. And as our eyes met, the muddy would seem to fill the air.
サトコのおじは確かに嫌なやつだよね。
Satoko's uncle is an awful person, no doubt.
私もいなくなった方がいいやつだと思うよ。
I think we'd all be better off with him gone just as much as you do.
でもさ、いるわけだし。
But he's here.
仕方ないじゃない。
There's nothing we can do, right?
Nothing we can do. Something's wrong. Something's clearly wrong here. What the heck was happening? After a moment, a chilly, liquid-like feeling, as though my blood had been mixed with sherbet, crawled up my spine.
仕方ないって、そりゃ仕方ないけど。
No choice. I mean, of course there isn't, but...
でも、それじゃサトコが。
But Satoko will never...
仕方がなければどうするのかな。
If there's no choice, what would you do?
Reha was trying to prompt me to say more. There really was no choice, so I killed him. I killed him to protect Satoko.
それは。
放っておきなよ。
Leave him alone.
そのうち解決しちゃうと思うしさ。
I think things will resolve themselves soon enough.
さとこちゃんがおじさんがいるって言ってるんだからいる。
Satoko-chan said your uncle was here, so he's here.
ちゃんと昨日もいたし今朝もいる。
He was here yesterday, and he's here today.
そうならそうでいいんじゃないかな。かな。
She said so, so it's fine, right? Right?
Mio Lena was speaking unbelievably dismissively. How could they be talking like that? Mio and Lena, they were my friends, and were seriously worried about Satoko's abuse, weren't they? They would never blurt out something like this. And I definitely killed Satoko's uncle. No matter what Satoko or anyone else says, I wouldn't acknowledge it because him being alive was impossible. There is no way he was alive. It was impossible. And yet, since Satoko herself said he was here, then he was alive. I didn't know why or how, but suddenly, Mio and Lena were at my side, standing there silently.
帰ろうよ、ケイちゃん。
Let's go home, Kei-chan.
帰ったらね、今日は久しぶりにレナ宝探しに行くつもりなんだ。
One second.
After we leave, Lena wants to go treasure hunting for the first time in a while.
みーちゃんも来るんだよ。
Mi-chan is coming too.
ケイちゃんも一緒に行こ
Kei-chan, you should come alone.
う。もちろん拒否権はないからね。
Of course, you're not allowed to refuse.
If words could freeze blood, then there was no doubt that they would have frozen me solid. It makes me think of bloodbending being a specific type of waterbending in Avatar: The Last Airbender. That episode was freaky, especially for a kid's cartoon. I could hear it, a layer of thin ice. The sound of all my muscles tensing. And with them closely at my sides, we left the school as if they were police officers taking me away. They talked about silly things the entire way home, like they always did. But they always stood at my sides, as if to prevent me from escaping. And this was strange. Everything about this day was strange. Actually, it had been strange ever since the previous night. Yes, thinking back, it had been strange ever since killing Satoko's uncle. That creepy meeting with Takano-san was only the beginning. That insane night was still continuing. Yes, it still hadn't ended.
何？
What?
どうしたのケイちゃん。急に立ち止まったりして。
What's wrong, Kei-chan? Why did you suddenly stop?
ごめん。なんでもないよ。
Sorry, it's nothing. When I stopped, it was distant, but I definitely heard them. An extra set of footsteps. That was proof. Proof that insane night hadn't ended. Now I have an itch in my nose. There's never not something. Mion left where she usually did, and finally we came to my house.
じゃあね、ケイチくん。
Okay, Kate-kun.
Why did they show this as being at his house? Maybe it's just one view of that intersection.
お家で待っててね。
Wait here for me.
レナ、すぐに迎えに行くから。
Lena will come to pick you up soon.
What was it? She was inviting me along on one of her oversized garbage treasure hunts at the dam site, right? But why now? Mio coming along was strange too. Mio may have accepted Leanna's little hobby, but she hated fishing through garbage, so she'd never come with her before. And the location specifically being the dam site was a little creepy. The dam construction site was completely outside the flow of everyday life. It was so remote that no one ever went there unless they thought to in particular. Nobody lived there, and there were no lights, so at night it got dark very quickly. I was being forcibly invited there. There was no reason I had to fear Rena and Mil. Besides, wouldn't the trouble I'd make by refusing them be a pain to deal with? In that way, it didn't seem like going treasure hunting with them was a bad idea. I'm just cracking my knuckles. But that same night was continuing. Haven't the sirens of instinct been wailing in my mind for a while now? Warning me that Rena and Mil were strange. I needed to be cautious. The warning signs were so freaking loud, it felt like my head would split in two.
Rena.
Hold on. Rena.
俺、実はちょっと用事があるんだ。
I actually have something to do.
用事？
Something to do?
何の？
Like what?
なんのって。用事だよ、用事。
Like what? I just have something to do, okay?
用事なら、なんでみーちゃんがいるうちに言ってくれなかったの？
If you had something to do, why didn't you say it while Me-chan was here?
みーちゃんとはダム現場で待ち合わせって言って別れちゃった後なのに。
I already told her to meet us at the dam site before we split up.
Rena was smiling, but her words made her discomfort clear.
ごめん。
Sorry. Hey, LaBoost. What's up? Welcome back.
ちょっと言い出すタイミングを逃しちゃって。
I just kind of missed the opportunity to say so.
本当に？
Really?
You're lying, aren't you? You just made that up now, you liar. That's what Rena's eyes said to me.
俺、頭が痛いんだ。
My head hurts.
風邪かもしれない。
I might have a cold.
だから病院に行って薬をもらってきたいんだよ。
So I wanted to go get it checked out and get some medicine.
本当に？
Really?
That wasn't really a lie. My head did hurt a little bit, so I wasn't lying. Rena, she couldn't figure out if my head hurt or not, just by looking at it.
なら仕方ないね。
Then I guess that's that.
After staring me in the eyes for a few moments, she fired a sharp needle-like stare at me. The tension in my body loosened, and I felt like my knees might buckle.
診療所に行くなら早く行った方がいいと思うよ。
If you're going to the clinic, then you should go soon.
あそこたまに早く閉まるから。
Sometimes they close early.
ありがとう。
All this phlegm. It's making my voice sound scratchy too. Thanks.
そうするよ。
I'll do that.
必ず行くんだよ。
Make sure you go, okay?
病院。
To the hospital.
行くよ。
I will.
本当に行くんだよ。
Go. For real.
行く。
I will. It seemed like Grana had realized that I was going to refuse her invitation for a while now. With how serious she looks, she might actually call the clinic later to make sure I went. I couldn't say anything careless. Lying about getting checked out was just an excuse to decline our request in the first place. It didn't matter whether I actually went.
ああ、ちゃんと行くよ。
Yeah, I'll go.
なんなら明日病院のレシートを持って行ってもいい。
If you want, I can bring you the bill tomorrow.
それいいね。
Oh, that would be good.
必ずもらっておいてね。
Be sure to bring it, okay?
レナ、明日見るから。
Rena, we'll look at it then.
Another tingle started crawling up my back. There was no ignoring it. Rena Mule must have been monitoring my movements. That wasn't normal. Far from it. All of it was insane. I did what I did because I wanted my peaceful life back. But what on earth was all this? It was far from peaceful. Something had gone mad, leaving the world out of order. With the other, Maibara Keiichi. With those creepy footsteps I've been hearing. With Rena and Mio acting so curious. And above all, with him being alive. Where was I? Hinamizawa Village, Shishibone. I knew that much. Was this really the Hinamizawa I knew?
おい、前原圭一。ここはどこなんだ？
Hey, Maibara Keiichi. Where is this? I asked, whipping around before the front door to face the one who has been following my wake all day. Nobody would have been there, of course. Maibara Keiichi, huh? That's what I just called him. Called the one who had been trailing behind me this whole time. That shadowy presence, always clinging to me, like it was constantly watching for the opportunity to change places. Footsteps always following me was another impossibility. It couldn't have been a ghost, so it was just impossible. The strangeness must have been my ears, my head, or Hinamizawa. Everything I could see was the same exact Hinamizawa I knew so well, and that gave me the creeps. Eventually, I had decided to actually go to the clinic. I really didn't want to go outside. But a stronger feeling than that desire was the fear that Anna might actually be keeping an eye on me to see if I went to the hospital. But before I went to the clinic, there was something I wanted to make sure of. It was at school. I pretended I'd forgotten something. I was going back to the classroom to pick it up. As soon as the thought crossed my mind, I was overwhelmed by paranoia. I was just going to the classroom, but I hated it so much, having to be so careful to fake it. After carefully verifying once more that nobody was watching, I went over to the locker. Yes, Satoshi's locker. I committed the crime with the bat I found in this locker. Satoshi's bat. And then I had thrown the bat into the swamp. Which meant the bat shouldn't have been inside. But what if the bat was still in here? It was a very dreadful, incomprehensible idea. But if it was true, it would explain a lot. If the bat was in here, yesterday's events would have all been a delusion. No, an illusion. I hadn't killed anyone, and I'd gone to the festival. I had a great time rampaging about with everyone. It would prove that Maibara Keiichi was really me. Proof that I was only under some strange assumption that I had killed Satoko's uncle. Okay, so I don't think he's even opened the door to the locker yet. Just making sure. proof that it had all been a wild fantasy. That would explain everything. Nothing happened yesterday. I had just gone mad, unable to separate my shocking, uncle-killing dream from reality. That would explain everything. If the bat was here, would I be able to accept that reality? If it was here, nothing will have changed. If it was here, it would just mean I'd gone crazy. Preparing myself for the worst, I opened the locker door. I was actually scared of opening it slowly, so I threw it open with a bang. And just like the first time, the choking scent of smell and sweat, like a stale towel, came flowing out. There's a baseball uniform, and some miscellaneous other things like notebooks. There was also a shoe pouch. And as for the bat, it wasn't here. It was how I left it when I took the bat out. There was no doubt. Yesterday really happened. Now that I knew I wasn't a lunatic, I felt relieved. But at the same time, if I wasn't the crazy one, then Hinamizawa was. And that was evidence of a reality I found just as difficult to accept. There was noise somehow, creeping into everything I saw, and the world was losing a tiny bit of color. So, what did I know about last night now? Now that I made sure the bat wasn't there, I didn't need to be here anymore. Shall I go? For real, to the hospital. It was my first time going to the hospital. From what I'd heard, it wasn't far from school. My mom had told me where it was. A big easy-to-see road went straight there. I went past the shopping street, made a turn. It wasn't overly hard to spot the sign with EDA Clinic written on it. There's one other person, an older man, there in the air-conditioned waiting room. I went up to the counter and told them it was my first time here. The man behind the counter glanced at the clock and said there would be a short wait. It was almost 5. Clinic hours would be ending soon. As I sat in this unfamiliar waiting room, isolated from everyone, and let myself feel the cold air, I actually felt relieved. What should I tell the doctor when he comes? I could tell him I had a cold, but I was the very picture of health. Actually, I wanted him to check my head. I wanted someone to confirm for me whether I was really sane or not.
前原圭一さん
You know what? I think I'm gonna save it here and call it a night. Spare my throat a little bit. Yeah. As much as I hate to do it here, here's, I think, about as good a place as I can find for this chapter. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to coming back to this Thursday. Tomorrow, I'm still not ready to begin the Rule of Rose story intensive playthrough. I guess it'll just be more Oblivion tomorrow to just fill it in. But I need to set an alarm or something to catch up on the lore Let's Plays, so I can, get my stuff down and remembered and researched. In the meantime, as always, my schedule is Mondays and Thursdays, Higurashi nights. And usually Tuesday nights is Rule of Rose, but I'm not ready to start a lore-intensive playthrough of that yet, so probably be Oblivion tomorrow. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. As always, if you like what you see, please feel free to like, comment, follow. Join our Discord if you haven't. Any feedback you can give me at all will help me tailor my future content towards your interests. I'm Regulus Pastor, and until next time, Wale!